Hi, are you planning a holiday in Europe and you're feeling stuck on what and what not to do to make the most of your holiday experience? Well, in this video, I will be sharing valuable tips and insights that you should keep in mind even as a first-time traveler. Hello people, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. On this space, I share informative content around my perspective and experiences living, working and navigating the EU as an African expat. So please hit the subscribe button and do not forget to like this video if you find it informative. Thank you. So today's video is a follow-up or part 2 from my previous one where I talked about the tips to help you plan your Europe vacation. And if you haven't watched that already, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can watch and follow up on all that you need to know about traveling within the EU. But first, here's a brief recap. 1. Utilize budget airlines and remember to check in online and on time to avoid extra charges. 2. Prioritize location when choosing and booking your accommodation and do not forget to read reviews. 3. Research modes of transportation available and make a plan for moving from and back to the airport. 4. And this is a bonus, learn basic communication in the language of the country or city you intend to visit. So today I'll be sharing tips on how to make the most of your holiday. There are a lot of popular locations and destinations all over Europe, and most people want to see these places and they eventually add them to their travel bucket list. Keep in mind that they are popular and as such get tons of visitors all year round. My tip here will be to visit such locations very early in the morning, say before 7 a.m. or late at night or after sunset. This means you should spend the day exploring other parts of the city that are not so popular, immerse yourself in culture, entertainment, and everything the city has to offer, and trust me, it's going to be totally worth it. Do not forget to take a walk to the city center, try out local snacks and entertainment, and this way you can either decide to start or end your day in one of your bucket list locations. So if you plan to visit the Trevi Fountain or Spanish Stairs in Rome, for instance, by midday, it's going to look like this. Now, do I look like I'm having the time of my life? Absolutely not. And this wasn't even a sunny day. So, which brings me to my point number 2, weather. Do not forget to check the weather forecast and plan your activities accordingly. Depending on the city you're visiting, some European cities tend to have a whole lot of rainfall, like the northern part of Portugal, for instance. Generally, the weather will play a huge role on whether or not you're going to have a good time. So, double check the weather forecast on several apps to make sure that you're not planning your vacation on a time when it's going to be very wet. And when you do, how do I say this? May the odds be in your favor. The next point here will be to get a backup power bank for your phone and an appropriate adapter for charging all of your devices. This one is super important. So unless your plan for your vacation is to sit in bed, order in, and then watch the sunrise and sunset from your balcony or your window, then you're going to be better off with a power bank for your phone. Think about it. If you're going to spend most of your time outside, you definitely need a backup plan. I mean, you're going to be relying on your phone for translation, navigation, taking photos and videos, and these apps are notorious for draining phone battery. I mean, you don't want to pause your activities halfway to look for a place to charge your phone, and you don't want your phone dying on you when you're trying to locate the next bus stop or metro station or trying to find a way back to your accommodation. Guys, please don't let that be you. And before I forget, get a travel adapter too. It would surprise you that a lot of European cities do not use the same adapter. So don't be caught by surprise like I was. I mean, thinking that because I'm in the EU, my chances were going to work the same way when I travel to other cities. Jokes on me, they don't even drive on the same side. So you need a travel adapter when navigating EU cities. Keep that in mind. So my next point will be to research driving, riding, and pedestrian behavior, especially if you love to walk. Nothing will prepare you for the number of bikes in Amsterdam or the impatient drivers in Rome. Why are all my examples about Rome? I definitely wasn't prepared for that city, and it needs a dedicated video, because why would I be halfway across the street on the pedestrian crossing pushing a stroller with an infant and a driver would expect me to wait? Nah, only in Rome, guys. I mean, the drivers in Rome, in my experience, pay little to no attention to pedestrians, and that's a thumbs down for me. On the other hand, I had an amazing time and I would definitely be visiting again, but this time fully prepared. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your European holiday today, and I promise you're going to be in for an unforgettable lifetime experience. I know you've probably heard this a million times, but there is a whole lot, so much to see and explore in Europe, and it's totally worth it. So thank you guys for watching. I am super grateful for your support. If you found this informative or helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and until I come your way again, do have an amazing day. Bye bye.